I remember like being excited about something that happened at school. So I went to tell him about it. He's just like, wait till commercial. And then I'm like standing there, commercial happens.
No, wait. I like this Pizza Hut commercial, just wait.
And so commercial finally comes on and he forgets that I'm standing there. I'm like,
after the Baywatch commercial.
I tell him my story. I don't even remember what it was about. And he goes, that's it?
Welcome back to a very fatherly episode of The Careful Boys, where today one of our patrons, Dicus.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Dicus.
Are you freestyling?
BICUSDICUS. I'm getting fact checked.
It's Bicus Dick.
It does say dick.
Yeah.
It doesn't say dick.
It says
Tell them the truth.
DICAS. Dick.
Isn't Bicus Dicus the f***ing probiotic in Yakult or something?
Ooh. That's a good, yeah, it probably is.
Probably is that.
All right, submitted by the probiotics of Yakult. And remember, if you join our Patreon, then every now and then we will actually check it and in the Discord, and
You guys can ask us questions.
and then we'll call you Bicus Dick.
Yep.
Here we go. Bicus Dick asked, what is the fondest memory you have of your father, and what was the most interesting aspect of his life story?
Wow.
Let's get emotional. Go ahead, Bart.
The fondest memory I have of my dad, and then what was the second part?
And the second part is the most interesting aspect of his life story.
I think we all know the most interesting aspect, so I'll leave that at the end.
He did.
He did?
He left it. We waited for the end for it. Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I thought him swimming I thought him swimming away from communism was an interesting story.
Why do you think that was that interesting? Because so many people do that. I don't know anyone.
That's what you do when you're in communism.
Yeah.
You're swimming away from it.
He's the first person I ever met, like personally, that I knew that pulled the plug on himself.
Oh.
So that to me becomes the most, it shoots up. Like, hella people escape communism, you know? But then the first person to fucking unplug your own iMac, I'm like, that's the first person I ever met that did that. But my fondest memory, so recently I've been going through,
That's Bart's fondest memory too.
no, I miss him. I've been going through a lot of like, my garage and stuff, like trying to clean up my house and organize things. So I've been coming across a bunch of pictures. And you know, like sometimes you see a picture and like it like teleports you to that time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit, that's crazy. And there's this picture of like my dad holding me and kissing me like he loves me, like the way that I would hug Taika and kiss him. And I'm like, oh yeah, there was a time where like I would see him and I didn't fear for my life. And that's when I lived in Gardena too, and I was like, I remember those times, and that was my fondest memory.
When you didn't go into fight or flight. See, whenever you leave Gardena, you get beat by your dad, dude.
Because I remember there's a point in my life where it's like distinctively, now every time dad walks in the room, you're like, oh fuck. But then before that,
The Ethan Allen era?
that was deep into it. But I remember a oh fuck era, and then just going like, how the fuck did we get here?
Oh fuck.
Yeah. But then before that, it was like, I could do no wrong era, you know?
It's because you used to be cute. It's a great name.
The oh fuck era.
It's a great name. You know what's funny? One thing it's like a small thing, but I saw like an old home video the other day that I totally like lost this, but I got a hard drive fix, like I was telling you.
Yeah.
And then in it was like some old things I digitized like years ago, and there was a video of my dad, and I totally forgot his mannerisms, how they used to be, because now my dad's like, hello, hi, you know, like he's that kind of dad. Yeah. And I totally forgot that's not him at all. Like in the videos, he's like...
Was he meaner or nicer?
No, he was just like cool, like in his 30s. Like he's in the video, he's always just sitting like this, and he's always just like, hey.
That's like you.
Yeah, but I think that's where I got it. And then like in the video, I'm like a little kid, and I'm like, Dad, look at this toy. And I go up to him, and he just goes, he's like, yeah, right.
It's a toy.
Yeah.
Like he's like Al Pacino.
He's like Shooter McGavin, like from. But that's like I forgot that was him all the time when I was a kid. He was so like cooler than you in every way. Like
that reminds me of my dad. My brother and I had this story locked into our brains. So my dad would always sit in the same seat and watch TV. and we'd come home from school, and if his show was on, nobody interrupt him.
Oh yeah.
Right?
was his
You
show?
wait till commercial. I don't know.
Or else it'd be like, shut up!
Baywatch. Yeah.
No one interrupt
Nobody
dad watching
interrupt Dad.
Baywatch.
Don't look at me.
Especially the intro.
And leave the room.
Yeah.
Dad's watching Baywatch.
And I remember like being excited about something that happened at school, so I went to tell him about it, and he's just like, wait till commercial. And then I'm like standing there, commercial happens, I'm like, so can I tell you?
You're standing
Yeah.
waiting. She's just the whole time, you're just standing.
No, wait. I like this Pizza Hut commercial. Just wait.
Yeah. And so commercial finally comes on, and he forgets that I'm standing there. I'm like, can I tell you my story?
After the Baywatch commercial.
He mutes the commercial. He's like, all right, what is it? I tell him my story. I don't even remember what it was about. And he goes, that's it?
You finally had enough.
Hardcore.
Dude, kids really can wear you down, man.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
Oh yeah, Johnny at school was doing this and then that. It's like, I don't fucking know this person.
I don't give a fuck.
There was a time my brother and I were arguing about something in the backyard, and my dad came out, and I'm like, Lance won't talk to me. And my dad's like, what do you want me to fucking do about it?
Well, what the fuck do you want me to do about it?
It's a fond memory.
It's so funny.
It's a very fond memory.
They're fucking funny memories.
Alright, how does it feel when Taika tells you like a long string of just stuff?
There's times where me and Gio look at each other like, man, I wish we could just tell him shut the fuck up. Because also he distracts himself, and then he's fumbling over words. Yeah. So he's like, hey Papa, can I tell you something? And I'm like, what? And I'm like, and this is already like the 7,000 thing he said. Hey Papa, guess what? I'm like, what? So there's this guy, his name's Ben, and then his sister, and then he was like, she fell, and then she fell down the stairs, and then Ben came, and then so Ben was like, hey, he ate my chocolate yesterday, and I'm just like, where the fuck is this going?
Dude, that's rough, man.
Story, it's not a straight line. It's like this, and then later, and then you try to like take it all in, so you can find your own summary or like why it matters.
It's like reading back Mad Libs.
Yeah.
It's.
And you're like,
He's like practicing talking too, so it's hard to, you can't just dismiss him. He's like, he's still trying to figure it out.
he is.
You're like, get out of here.
Or you can be a Kaylene's dad, just be like, that's it?
Like my dad was so matter of fact. That's it?
That's it?
You fucking bothered me for this?
That's probably one of the coolest things if you could find old videos of your dad, like seeing how the physicality's changed. It'll hit you hard. It'll just be like, holy fuck! Like that dude was younger than me when I'm watching this video.
oh
Yeah.
shit, yeah.
It's so
That's
weird.
true.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's a really trippy thing to see.
I guess for me, my old man, it depends, because yeah, my dad was very much. He had like a oh fuck era where he was just so stressed out at work that when he came home, it was like,
Just be quiet. Everyone.
yeah, or like, you know, one of my fondest ones is he comes home from work, and this happened like basically every night, where he's like, you just hear the door close, he walks in, he goes up these stairs, he goes in the living room, and then you just hear silence. Where the fuck is the fucking remote?
Mine too! Why is that a thing?
He just blows up?
Yeah, just out of just like it was like dead silence, and it's like, and then you hear my mom going, Chuck, I was looking, I don't know, and then he's like, I swear to fucking God, Sherry, I swear to fucking God.
Why do they all have the same meltdown?
Every time I come home, the fucking remote's gone.
Chuck and Sherry.
Yeah, that's my parents.
So funny.
That's hilarious.
He's a mellow dude now. It's wild.
My favorite thing of you about your dad is how you can't call him without him being like, what is this, Steve? What is it?
He's panicking.
No, yeah. I get scared to even call my dad to this day, because like you're just raised to be like, if I call my dad, I'm really bothering him. So yeah, it's just like you call your dad. Yeah, what? And then you're like, oh yeah, can I go out with my buddy Steve? And then he's like, yeah, click. That's it.
It's so funny.
It's like, whoa. So yeah, stressed dude. But before middle of the oh fuck era, sometimes he just is in a good mood randomly, and you're like, oh sick, this is gonna be fun. And so he loves Star Trek to this day.
Do we have the same dad?
I know, it sounds so similar.
Star Trek dad?
Yeah, 100%.
Dude, so he would
all movie dad.
Chuck?
Like movies, TV shows, everything.
Me too. So my dad, although he's a Picard guy, I'm more of a Kirk guy, it doesn't matter.
What up, guys? Thank you for watching us for so long. If you like what we do, please support our Patreon. Joe, tell them what we have to offer.
So every week you get 2 videos. One never released director's cut, and another one too hot for YouTube. Patreon only. Every freaking week you get that, and you get access to our Discord where you can come chat with us.
And ask us questions that become episodes here, because we're gonna answer them and we're gonna take it seriously, and we want to give you the responses that you want. So come stay connected with us, join our Patreon, click the description below for full details.
He would take us in his lap during the introduction to Star Trek: The Next Generation because he loved that show, and he would like zoom us around the living room. So that would probably be my
that's
favorite
dope.
one.
That's
Yeah,
tight.
yeah. That was a good one. And then my little brother Kenny, we used to watch this Superman show that was on TV for like, I don't know, like a year or something. And during the intro to that, I used to fly my little brother Kenny around the room.
That's cute.
You pick up
crazy.
Kenny?
Yeah, I know, little Kenny, but yeah, you know Kenny.
Are you talking about the Dean Cain Super?
Yeah, the Dean Cain Superman show. Yeah, we watched
Wow.
that. Yeah. We watched that while it was family friendly, and then they started fucking.
Lois and Clark?
I haven't watched that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So my parents wouldn't let us watch it after a while because they started fucking hard. They were clearly like sweeps week or some shit on like year 2, and they're just start fucking each other.
You think they wore costumes too?
Yeah, dude, it was wild.
Yeah, because it was kind of, the whole thing was kind of like a romance for Superman.
I mean, it was called Lois and Clark.
Yeah.
I remember that.
But the Superman, it was always very boring for me until the Superman parts.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I was just hanging out with.
You're just like, what, adults just are kissing all day.
Well, dude, you used to, as a kid, you used to be like pissed about it.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck, man. What is this shit? You know, why they gotta fuck all the time?
Same thing happened with same thing happened with Smallville. Remember? Smallville was so cool in the beginning, and then it basically became One Tree Hill.
Did it?
Yeah, because it was just like it was just him, and it was his romantic conflicts.
I watched like maybe 5 episodes of that show, but I wasn't into the teen shit of it.
It always did that thing where like, this guy has so many powers, but he can't overcome the power of love.
Yeah, dude, by the way, that is, not to get sidetracked too much, that is the gayest shit about Superman, is that he's like, I'm so fucking strong. I'm so alone.
That's the corner they wrote themselves into.
I know. It's the
Yeah,
worst.
he's just super simp.
They weren't thinking that in Action Comics #1.
No, dude, no chance.
Yeah.
But it was to be relatable to teen boys that are nerds.
Right.
Deep down inside, they're actually a strong man, but
Yeah.
everyone doesn't know because they're just
yeah.
a nerdy ass journalist.
No, the thing is that all the young boys want to know that Lois could settle with a nice guy, but she wants an asshole.
Yeah. Which is Superman.
I would say my most recent, one of my father, like the fondest one though, is that he officiated my wedding, so that was pretty cool.
Oh,
Your
wow.
dad?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was cool. That meant a lot. Because he's the most religious person in my life, and so that was
Where's the fucking Bible?
What the fuck? Where's your fucking vows?
It's much different now because he's just mellowed out. Like dads just mellow out eventually or something.
do.
I don't know.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they just get too tired of being jerks.
Yeah.
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
So now when I see like my little nieces and nephews, like when my dad comes home, they're all like he like run to him and jump in his arms and shit. I'm like, this is fucking crazy.
That to me is my new fondest moment ever. Like ever since because I also just had the oh fuck era for as long as I can remember. I don't remember my dad like being very
Lovey.
Yeah, he's never said I love you to me that as long as I can remember. It's a joke for me and him now. I was looking at him like, I love you. He's like, okay, and he just walks away. He never says. He just can't say it, right?
Whoa.
However,
That's a fun joke.
it's fucking funny now. But yeah, the oh fuck era was my whole life. And then I remember talking to my sister because after she had her first daughter, my niece Alani, seeing my dad being like, pick her up and be like, I was like, who the fuck is this guy? I'm like,
Jealous.
who is this?
I'm jealous.
Instantly.
And I want to put signs up. Have you seen this fuck? No, you should see this guy. Warning. This is what this guy's like.
Yeah, dude, and like literally me and my sister like bonded over just being like, this is crazy. It was not even a shit about my fucking niece. Literally just looking at my dad processing like emotions. I was like, I didn't even know he had that smile. You know what I mean? Or made those sound effects.
We got scammed, bro.
I wonder if Taika's gonna feel like that. Because I feel like I'm very intentional with how I parent. So I feel like I don't, at least I'm trying not to create the oh fuck. But I wonder if in his mind, he also experienced the oh fuck era. And then once he has kids, he's like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is this guy? But then in my mind, I feel like I am being the grandpa now to him.
I feel like you are too.
I feel like
Yeah?
you are.
I feel like you're the softest dad on earth.
It is tricky though because that is a thing that kids do. It's all relative. Like sometimes, like I had these two friends, they're sisters, and one of them really believes that they had like the worst childhood ever, and is so dark and like solemn and so like weird. And the other one's like, "Are you fucking kidding? We had everything we could have asked for." And it's just like a mindset thing where she's like, "No, mom was great, dad was great, everything's perfect," and she's like, "Oh, I'm so conflicted," because she wants to do art and shit, and she draws dark stuff. So she's like, "What the fuck happened to you?"
Yeah, because like I didn't have like the what do you call it? Like the grumpy, scary, yelly dad. I had a bipolar dad.
Oh.
So like the 80% of the time, he was actually really fun. Because he worked at home, if I had like a fun new hobby, like, ooh, I'm really into like fish. Can you take me to the pet store?
That's sick.
He'll be like, all right, after this lesson, let's go.
That's
so
dope.
he like I just remember like every new thing that I was into, like he would go, and then like I would be probably in the fishing shop or the pet store or the beach for hours, and he would just be chilling in the car if he's bored and waiting till I was done. So he would be super supportive of the things I was into, or he would also get into it too, and we both would like get a big fish tank together, and so we had a lot of fun as far as like father-son shit. But the 20% of times he was like flipping out, that's the oh shit, but that wasn't his default.
Oh, that's
and he
cool.
never like screamed and yelled. Like I would go to other people's houses, and then like it's same thing. Like their dad's like doing something, and we're playing too loud, and he'll be like, "Shut the fuck up!" And I'm like, "Holy shit!" Right? But my dad never like did that, and then I think a lot of people enjoyed coming over, except for the 20% when he was fucking me up. But like,
So the 20% when he's pissed, was he pissed at you, or is he pissed just in general about other things, or?
I don't remember because I was impulsive with, I don't know. It was probably because I did some fucked up shit or like I was in trouble.
Like cut his fucking piano strings.
Probably deserved most of it. But the other stuff he would get pissed at, I think he'd be frustrated because I'm not learning quick enough.
Well, imagine if when you cut his strings, he's like, "Oh, you like cutting piano strings? Let's go get more pianos. Let's get some strings."
Let's go to Sam Ash and cut more strings.
Because I remember getting my ass beat for playing the wrong keys on the piano, but it felt excessive.
Oh,
But it was, and I got my ass beat because he was trying to teach me profit, and I couldn't understand it.
that's right.
Because I bought Pogs from the card shop, and I would resell it for cheaper. Because I was trying to undercut the market,
He doesn't understand promotional sales.
So smart.
Did any of your parents smoke, or no?
Nah.
Because my memory of like every time getting in the car with my dad was like, this is about to get crazy. Because he's the kind that like has crazy road rage. So, he's just smoking his fucking ashtrays just full of cigarette butt. Just fucking cussing all fucking like. So there's never been a pleasant car ride. Even if he's like, "Hey, you want to go to McDonald's?" I'm like, "Oh fuck yeah!" But as soon as I get in the car, I'm like, "Oh Jesus."
Damn, that reminded me. Like, I would be scared of my dad driving all the time too. He would have bad road rage. He would get in actual fights.
Uncle choke a guy up against the wall.
Your uncle?
Yeah, that's tight. Where's my money?
My dad would get lost, but then pretend like he purposely went to this location.
Dope. I like trying to trick a kid that clearly knows that you're lost.
Yeah.
Where you're like, no, we're good here, kids.
Yeah. No, we're just making a detour. I like
Trying
this
to
spot.
trick a
I've
kid
never
is
been
so
there before.
Catching your dad trying to play things off is pretty funny.
So,
Yeah, it's pretty fucking funny, man.
I would hella trick my kids. For sure.
Well, you always think you're tricking your kids, but they're not buying it.
Right.
That's the thing.
I remember watching Sandlot and shit like that, and then like showing my dad, and I was like, yeah, I want to get into like baseball. And he's like the most unathletic dude, because he's a piano player and an opera singer, right? So like when he saw that, he took us to Big Five, and we got like all the whole things, like the whole mitt and everything, and then like we would practice. Dude, he was fun. Like
everything I wish.
Yeah. And then this dude never wore like casual clothes. Like he always wore like a dress shirt, tucked in, everything, right? And we would go to the Redondo Beach Pier because I got really into fishing, and we would just go fish for several hours while he's like in almost a full suit.
Like a mafia guy.
Like it was just looking back, I used to beg him to wear a t-shirt because I wanted him to look casual,
Look normal and
so
cool.
he would have like this Grand Canyon t-shirt tucked into his fucking slacks.
So it's like almost trying.
Yeah, and then like, because all of his normal clothes were like tourist clothes. So he had like
souvenirs.
a hat, like a souvenir hat, and then that.
Yellowstone. Come on, Dad.
And I was like, yeah.
I remember playing chess with my dad a lot as a kid. I remember, so my bedroom as a kid was my dad's library. I think I already mentioned that. And then we had this balcony that extended off of my bedroom, and he had a telescope, so every night we would go and look at the stars, the moons, and the planets. And
Cool.
he would wake up my brother and I at like 2 a.m, and he would know when a meteor shower would happen, and he'd drive us to a location that had less light pollution, and you know, have hot
What the
chocolate.
Matthew McConaughey?
That's fucking tight.
Yeah, stuff like that I really remember and appreciate.
My dad used to wake me up. He's like, "You gotta wake up, Steven, you gotta wake up." And I'm like, "What's up?" And he's like, "Fucking James Bond's about to run across some alligators, and they really did it." He's like, and they really did it. So then I'd be like, "All right, yeah." And you go downstairs, and then like, you wait, because like he wanted to make sure he had enough time. You wait like fucking 12 minutes of James Bond talking to a fucking M or some shit. But then yeah, finally, yeah, they used to really do those stunts, dude. They had like some poor stunt
Is that
guy.
the Roger Moore one?
Yeah, they lined up all these crocodiles
Real
or whatever,
crocodiles.
or alligators or whatever fucking science whizzes out there.
Yeah. Whatever guy can Google faster than us.
And they had them all in a row. And James Bond, like, sure enough, he runs across all of them, and like they actually did the stunt.
Yeah, the stunt guy really did that shit. It's
Yeah.
insane.
All the alligators like, oh, fucking shit, bro.
Yeah.